it's Coach Raychelle coming today to talk to you guys about what we have been doing on our side. So I'm excited to share that we have been hosting Science of Teaching Reading um, boot camps, one in spring, and we have an upcoming one that's scheduled for U.S. Prep. And that's an organization that's designed to help teachers across the state successfully become successful teachers. And so I have a question for you guys. And I posed this question in my last boot camp. How many of you would go to a Facebook group for if you are ill? You have an illness, just say you have an illness. Would you go to a Facebook group? The answer would be yeah, no. Would you go to a doctor that's not licensed? He's in correspondence classes right now. The answer is no. If your hair is falling out, would you go to Facebook group? Some may say yes, but majority of us would say no. I know I would not. I would be at the dermatologist within a heartbeat. I would be at the doctor in a heartbeat. And so I had just a little tidbit. I had become WebMD fanatical about anything that was going on with my health. So much to the point where my doctor told me to stay off WebMD. She was like, Raychelle, no more, do not go to WebMD. If anything's happening, you call the nurse and schedule an appointment because you're driving me crazy with WebMD. And any little if I sneezed, I was on WebMD. So I just say that to say this. Let's start using professionals to get the help you need. There are plenty of professionals out here that are skilled in helping you pass your certification exams. And I'm going to tell you something. With the crackdown of cheating on these exams with that big scandal, TEA is watching. I saw on a Facebook group, one of the members said, oh yes, and the questions that we reviewed, they were actually on the test. Come on now. Let's have some common sense. TEA watches these groups. TEA is all over this place, making sure that if there are things that are going on out here in the world wide web, that they are aware of it. When you post that somebody's reviews have given you answers or the questions were exactly like the test, that is a red flag. And I'm going to tell you right now, nothing that KAB provides is directly linked to TEA other than the practice questions that they provide in their prep manuals. Okay, so let's get that clear. I just want to say, that people take the time to find shortcuts. A shortcut is easy. I can pretend that I'm preparing, but there is nothing like really preparing for the exams and having the materials and understanding what the materials are going to be about. We know as educators when you're an imposter, when you don't know your content. I've been doing this 32 years. I can tell immediately when someone doesn't know what they're trying to convince me they know. It was so funny. I had a resident, and I don't know if I just look like I can be fooled or what have you, but he was going on and on and on in this little lesson, and that poor child didn't have a clue of what he was talking about. And and when I talked to him, I was like, how long did it take you to prepare for this lesson? And he was like, well, I did this. I said, come on, stop playing, be honest. How much effort did you put in this lesson? And he finally fessed up, well, I went on and I Googled a couple of things and I put it in a PowerPoint. People, our children deserve better than that. My grandson deserves better than that. Your child, you don't want your child in a teacher's classroom that's an imposter. So let's get over the imposter syndrome and get the content that you need in order to successfully be a teacher. The Science of Teaching Reading exam is content that is designed to make sure that you understand the fundamentals of teaching reading. Okay? I went through Now House Academy. I don't even know if Now House is still around, but that was the best academy that I went through to help me be able to teach my third grade students who were struggling readers. And that's the purpose of the Science of Teaching Reading exam. We talk about our students falling through the gap. We talk about students who come to fifth grade and they can't read. But what are we doing about that? How do we address those gaps? How do we provide interventions to get the students the support they need in order to be successful readers? Well, that's what the Science of Teaching Reading exam is for, to make sure that you are out there and you know how to successfully close those gaps. And so we're offering a webinar for the constructor response portion. During this last boot camp that I hosted, many of the participants said that that was the portion of the test that caused them the most problems, was the constructor response. And so we spent 2 days on the constructor response, actually 2.5 days out of the 4-day boot camp on the constructor response portion of the test. By the end of those 2.5 days, those participants were able to walk out of that room and know with confidence that they could successfully write a constructor response. Little do you know, you need a 4 on the constructor response to pass the test, period. So you can get a 3 and have, scored 50, got 56 points out of the 72 required points to pass the exam. But if you got a 3 on that constructor response, you fail. The minimum number of points you can receive on the constructor response out of 8 possible points is 4. How many of you have looked at your results and you did well on the constructor response? I mean, not well on the multiple choice, but then you see the constructor response and you have a 3 or a 2. Right. So what are you going to do about that? Are you going to keep doing the same thing you've been doing? Are you going to keep going to your Facebook group? Are you going to keep trying to write it on your own? What is the next step? Well, the next step is here. Come join us. Let me show you how to get that 4. I have a 100% passing rate on my STR exams. Okay, so my people leave and they come back and they are like, hey, I wish I would have came to you first. That would have saved me $140 for taking that test and failing it. It's not magic. It really isn't. It's just knowing what the state's expectations are for you to score that 4. I am a TEA approved CPE provider. I have attended TEA trainings on how to pass this test for participants to pass this test. That's you. I'm just waiting for you to give me an opportunity to do that. I know there are a lot of people out here and it's hard to trust folks on the internet. I get it. I'm that way myself. But I have the credentials. Check them out. Do your homework. I'm certified administrator, certified EC, I'm K through 8. I've taught ELA for the majority of my career. I was an instructional ELA social studies coach. My coaches that are on board, they are all certified teachers. They have administrative certifications. They are instructional coaches. We are legitimate. I don't do this to take your money. My drive for doing what I do is to contribute to the pool of certified teachers that principals are able to hire. We have a shortage of teachers, as everyone knows. We have an overly abundant amount of uncertified teachers that are currently in our classrooms. That time is coming to an end. House Bill 2 has stated that school districts will have 100% certified teachers by the year 2026-2027 school year. That means if you're not certified, they have to let you go, according to House Bill 2. What you gonna do? The gap has been closed with the passing of that House bill. Now, what they are doing, they're going to give you money. There's money allowed to help you get the mentorship and get the preparation you need. So let's do that. Let's take advantage of those legitimate companies that are out here with certified Texas teachers to help you. Don't get me wrong. You can be from other states and you can, have your clients and help them with the exam. However, Texas is different. You have to know Texas. We know Texas. So if you're interested, I have attached the link for our Eventbrite function, which is the Science of Teaching Reading Constructor Response webinar. It is $150 for 2 hours. Let's break that down. So that would be how much? I'm not a math person, so let me do the math. 150 divided by 2 is $75 an hour. What do you spend $75 on in one punch? I know if you go out to eat, things are expensive. I'm a juicer. I can spend $75 in one trip to HEB on fruits and vegetables. This $75 will make the difference between a pass and a fail. This $75 will secure your position as a certified teacher. This $75 can open doors for you down the road in your career as an educator. Make a difference. Let's go ahead and get this certification out of the way so you can soar as an educator. I look forward to hearing from you. And if I don't, I wish you good luck. Because the goal is for you to be certified by whatever path you choose. But I'm here to tell you, at KAB, we can help you get there. You guys have a good summer. I am out here making sure that we get as many teachers certified as possible. We not only focus on the STR, but we focus also on ELAR, 4 through 8, Science and Social Studies. We are EC through 6 certified, all content areas. We help with the PPR exam, ESL exams. We've even done LOT Spanish with a 100% passing rate. So if you give us a chance, we can help you get to where you need to be. Please don't hesitate to check out our website at www.kabeducationalconsulting.com. You can email us at kabeduconsulting@gmail.com. We are here to help you. I hope to see you, but if I don't, good luck. And if I see you, I know you're going to have good luck. You guys take care.